Hi guys, my name is Rowan. I'm the recreation specialist out here at Garey Park. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about one of my very favorite mammals, and that is our Virginia opossum here. He's pretty common in these areas. I'm sure you guys have all seen one wandering around the park or near your house or in your neighborhood before. So I'm going to tell you some pretty interesting facts about these guys today that'll hopefully make you appreciate them and love them a little bit more. Here we have his pelt. He's got really dark gray and light gray fur with these long outer white furs on top. Underneath, he's got a very thick layer of white fur that's good for insulation, so keeping them warm. And if he was alive, he would have a long tail at the bottom too, kind of like you can see in this picture. It doesn't have any fur on it. So something kind of cool about that tail is it's actually semi-prehensile, so that means that they can use it to balance or grip or help them when they're climbing. So they can't hang from it when they're this size, but when they're babies, it can support their weight, and so they'll hang out and play with their tail. Another interesting feature of these guys that helps them balance and climb a little bit better is that on their back feet they have opposable thumbs. They work like our thumbs do, and they can grip onto different branches and things like that when they're climbing, making them really excellent climbers. Here we also have a possum's skull. You can see all of its teeth in here. He's got a whole bunch of them. Possums actually have 50 teeth, which is more than any other North American mammal has. Possums are omnivores, which means they eat a huge variety of diet. So they'll eat meat, fruit, plants, insects, veggies, and they have all sorts of different kinds of teeth in here to help them chew up and digest those different food products. Possums also are really helpful to humans in that they enjoy eating ticks. So the ticks around us carry a lot of different diseases that can be transmitted to us if the tick bites us. Possums can eat up to 5,000 ticks in 1 year, which means they're eating a lot. Pretty much every one that they encounter in the wild they'll consume. So that helps to limit the spread of tick-borne diseases into us humans. Something else unique about these guys is they have a very low internal temperature, or low in comparison to other land mammals around us, which makes them almost completely immune to catching rabies. So you don't have to worry about a possum in your backyard getting you sick from rabies. For that same reason, they're almost entirely immune to snake venom. So if a rattlesnake or something bit one of them, probably wouldn't hurt them at all. You've probably also heard the phrase playing possum. So a unique adaptation that possums have is if they get really scared, they kind of freak out a little bit, their mind goes into overdrive, and then they play dead. What that means is they basically fall over and they look completely dead. This hopefully will help whatever's attacking them and scare them run off. So they can be out like that for up to 3 or 4 hours. So they don't really have any control over that either. If they just get too scared, they pass out. They don't choose to play dead. The last really fun thing I'll tell you about these guys is that they're also marsupials, which means that they have a pouch in which they raise their babies. If this was a mama and she had a big litter of babies, which are called joeys, she can have up to 20 at a time. And after she gives birth to them, they would crawl into this little pouch that she has. And at the time that they enter, they're only about the size of little tiny jelly beans, so they're really tiny. And they'll live in her pouch for a couple of months, and after 2 or 2.5 months, they'll crawl out of her pouch and hang onto her back and ride around for another month or so. In that time, she teaches them how to be possums, basically. They'll learn how to eat and how to hunt and how to forage and provide for themselves. And then after that, she'll drop them off of her back, and then they'll run around and be on their own. Possums are generally by themselves, so they're solitary animals. You don't normally see them hanging out in packs unless they're her babies. So thanks for joining me to learn a little bit about these Virginia opossums today. Like I said, they're one of my very favorite mammals, and I hope something that I've told you today makes you love them a little bit more too.